After 5 years of pandemic, I've come to the enlightenment of the way of the PC. Thanks to all these videos and to be honest, I never expect myself to build my own PC myself, so here we are now. Here's the parts that I use for my very first PC. For the case, I'm using Lian Cool 2 Mesh because it looks pretty cool and the airflow is pretty cool, no pun intended. And then the motherboard, I'm using ROG Strix B550F gaming Wi-Fi. And for the memory, I'm using M2 NVMe SSD 1TB from Adata. And the CPU, I'm using Ryzen 5 3600X. And then for the RAM, I'm using Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro 16GB. For the power supply, I'm using Corsair RM750. And for the GPU, I'm using MSI RTX 3070 Ventus. So in this video I won't talk about how to build your own PC step by step, because you can find much better videos on YouTube by now. I want to talk about my experience and about a little bit about these parts. Actually, I want to talk about these parts first. And the first part, for my motherboard, ROG Strix B550F gaming Wi-Fi. Actually, I got the cheaper one from Shopee from China, which means no product warranty. And I was kind of scared if they're gonna send me the fake one. And after I received it, the only downside of this product is the Chinese words all over the manual, which I can read. And a little bit of it on the motherboard itself, which I don't really mind. Overall, it's pretty good. For the storage, I'm using one and only 1TB NVMe. Maybe I'm gonna upgrade it later for more storage or more NVMe's, but for now, I don't need it. For the CPU, Ryzen 5 3600X, I feel there's a little bit bottleneck of performance when I'm playing some games like Cyberpunk or processing a lot of data on Microsoft Excel. Maybe I'm gonna upgrade this one to Ryzen 7 or 9, but not anytime sooner. And for the most expensive part, right here, it's the graphics card. I was kinda regret to buy this product because, not because of performance, it's just because that I realized that the gaming trio version of this GPU gonna fit better with my RGB build. And so yeah, I'm gonna go along with all of these, and I'm not gonna change or upgrade these products for 5 years or so unless I get a ton of money from the sky or something. And then my experience of building my very first PC. For me personally, overall, it's not that hard. Just put a CPU to the motherboard, put your RAMs, the CPU cooler, the M2 storage, put the motherboard inside the case, put the cables, put and plug the power supply, the GPU, plug it to the electricity, and done. But the hardest part of building PC is the thing that I overlook in all the videos that I've watched. And it's been a mess, and I spent hours and hours trying to solve this part. There are only two parts actually, but I spent too many time on this one. The first one is the case cables. I have no idea there is so many cables just from the case itself. I have zero idea where the power and the restart cable should go. And the keyword to solve this problem on YouTube or Google is kinda tricky. I spent like 2 hours just for this one, or maybe more. And the second one is the case screw. I've been searching for the screws everywhere, even in the filthy trash can. I can't find it anywhere, and then my brother found it inside the hard disk or SSD storage right inside the case. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, well, for me at least, when you learn something and you think that some part is not as important as the other, or simply just underestimate that little part over and over again, without changing your view, you won't be able to learn more from the things that you constantly learn. Back then, I just learned about the same stuff over and over again, like processor, RAM, memory, cooler, PSU, GPU, case, without improving what I'm lacking of. It's pretty much the same for the parts that I've talked about before. If I learn more and not focus on the cheaper price, I might get what's best for me for 5 years or so without thinking of an upgrade. But I'm pretty happy with all my choice for this PC. Maybe a little room for upgrade for the processor, more storage, or better cooler, but for now I'm sure I need to get along with what I have, not what I want, and make use of it. So yeah, I think that's about it. Enough talking, and here's the final product and a little bit of montage at the end. Run setup. Alhamdulillah, tinggal benar-benar dikit. Oke, ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Monitor. Come on, monitor. Okay. Kenapa nggak nyambung? Kenapa nggak nyambung ya? No.
Cuman hidup.
Total memory 16 GB, terus terus Wi-Fi, okay, CPU, yes, speed, yeah, okay, USB device, 0 drives, 2 keyboards, 1 mouse.
Belum dipakai.
Ya, oke. Selected device, ada data, oke. Nanti yang power itunya. Oh, harusnya colok ke situ ternyata. Oke. Untuk setup, oke, bias sharing.